What's going on, you guys? Salutations. It's your boy Charles.
It's Chelsea.
And today we have something I would say is unique.
It's heavy.
It's heavy, for sure.
It's heavy.
And I think it's something that it's going to most likely pertain towards newer parents, younger parents.
What age are we talking about when we say newer?
I'm thinking
millennial parents.
Right, and then like even millennial, that's loaded because they be trying to stretch that out.
Yeah, because everybody's millennial now, which I think the last thing I heard was like 18 to 35.
I'll say it like this, because a parent, by younger parent, I would say a parent who thinks of their child as a person, because like I guess not like as a person, but as somebody that could actually give them information, like an adult that. I'm listening to what this adult is saying to me, even though this adult or this preteen might be my child. And I feel like older parents or parents from an older train of thought are thinking in a form of survival, my kid needs to listen to me so that they can survive life the best way possible. So it's not that they don't listen to you because you're slow, you're stupid, you're dumb, but they don't listen to you or don't think your opinion is valid because they don't think that you know what's best for you, and they genuinely feel that way. They might not be trying to be malicious, but they genuinely feel that way. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I agree because I feel. I have my parents are older, and to some degree, we've always had an open relationship, but I don't think they started validating like my feelings,
right?
And hearing me and like really engaged in dialogue with me. That was like, okay, I hear what you're saying and I feel what you're saying until maybe, I would say maybe my sophomore year in college.
And I think that's an older practice.
And what's that, like 2021? Yeah, about 2021. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think by newer parent, you could be older in age, but you're thinking.
Yeah.
And this is a new form of thinking for our community.
A new form of parenting as well.
Parenting, yes. A new form of parenting. That's probably the best way to put it. A new form of parenting. And, just as a community, we're not used to thinking that way. So if you think that way, you can be however old. You know what I'm saying? This is just a new way of thinking. I was watching the show. It's called Black Lightning. I'll put the clip up for those who want to know what's going on.
Anissa's not coming. Family dinner is optional?
Not for you. You're still a little girl.
Well, Anissa not coming sucks. Language. Sorry. This turn of events is dispiriting, as I wished for her support during this repast.
What do you need support for?
I've decided I'm ready to have sex. What did you say?
We are happy that you came to us like we've always encouraged you to.
So happy.
And glad that you felt comfortable.
You are so young.
How old are you guys? Never mind.
Your mother and I loved each other very much.
Wait, are you saying the first time you both had sex was with each other?
No.
We think it's very important that you have sex with the right person.
Okay. Noted. So, Saturday's the day. I'll be out in the afternoon, but I'll be home by curfew.
And after seeing this clip that I just showed y'all, I want to ask the question. I have Chelsea here with me. How do you approach that situation? Your daughter comes to you, and I feel like it is a difference between a daughter and a son, but we're going to deal with a daughter right now. If your daughter comes to you and says, hey, I'm ready to have sex, Chelsea, what you doing?
Okay, this is where it's heavy. If she comes to me and say, Mom, I'm ready to have sex, first off, I'm thankful that we have established a relationship where we can have that level of transparency, where she can come to me and say, I'm ready to take this next step in my life, whatever. Then at the same time, it's like, and you and I talked about this. Whenever you become a parent, there's a certain level of responsibility that you have as a parent. And I feel like the level of that responsibility, it has to be in black and white. It needs to be a boundary line that both you and your children can recognize. And I feel like if she's so comfortable to say, okay, I'm ready to have sex, what's the difference when, then her coming and say, okay, well, I'm ready to try a line of coke next week.
Right.
And it's almost done where it's like, I'm not coming to you for permission. I'm actually coming to you for guidance and just to make sure that this relationship is still reinforced by a certain level of honesty.
Right.
So it's like, it's almost in the way they tell you, it's like, I'm doing you a courtesy by telling you this. It's like, I'm your parent. You don't give me a courtesy.
Correct.
By telling me something like that. But it's hard because it's like, at the same time, in the black community, well, at least for me and my mom, we didn't have the sex talk. Me and my parents didn't have sex talk. We didn't have a conversation about, safe sex, about, birth control and what that looks like, different forms of it. It was just like, okay, you get on birth control, the end.
Right.
And so it's like, I feel like in some regards, whenever you don't have a conversation, it's a missed opportunity.
Yes.
To educate, your daughter or your son, about healthy sexual relationships, their body, how to establish their own personal boundaries, how to be safe, how to communicate expectations with whoever this is that you're about to entertain. So it's just like, it's hard, but honestly, because I do think I will be a new parent, and by that, to the people, I am not pregnant. No, but but I'm saying in the future, as far as my way of thinking, I feel like we would have that conversation. Like I would, and in my head, she's gonna have sex, so I'm going to go ahead and give her the real.
How you feel about how the people handled it in the show? Because that's literally how they left off. Like,
I think they missed an opportunity to have a real conversation.
Right. Because it sounded like they didn't. I don't know. That's speculation. I know, like from what you're saying, that dialogue is going to be being had incrementally through your life as a child. Like, we're going to talk about, as you grow up, what's safe, a safe touch, what's an unsafe touch. Then once you get older to comprehend the difference between a boy and a girl, we're going to start having conversations about sexual organs. Mm-hmm. What are these? What do they do? When you hit puberty, now we got to talk about,
everything as far as menstrual cycles.
Right. Menstrual cycles. Boys, you're going to start probably exploring yourself. So ejaculations and masturbation and all these other things that you're probably going to explore while I'm not home. So through these different talks, you're going to be prepared, but because like the climax of the day that you feel comfortable enough to ask, hey, tell me that I'm going to have sex on Saturday at 3:00. I'm probably not going to respond.
Then you also tell me that you're going to make curfew. So once again,
you're trying to give and take, like,
Yeah, it's like I'm doing this for you.
My mind's made up, right? Yeah. Part of me wants to end like they did, like, okay, I've already spoken to them about what's going on. They know what's up, But part of me still is like, even if there is a disconnect, I'm gonna respond like a parent because you're 16 and because you are in my home. I'm gonna attempt to flex. So if you do gotta sneak out and act a fool, at least the prior knowledge of you being safe is already implanted in your brain. So I'm gonna say that's cute, but it's not gonna work that way today this is probably the last thing you want to hear. Because I love you. On Saturday, you will be with me all Saturday. That's whatever plans you had, you will be with me at your dad all Saturday. Whatever I'm doing is canceled. You with your dad all Saturday. And you know that you sneaky. I know that you sneaky. You can figure out another day or another time to do it. But what you're not gonna do is tell me when you having sex, and you're gonna have to respect that aspect of it. I love you, but that's what's going on. So whatever car, whatever cell phone, whatever got to happen, if you get to trying to run away or do whatever, that's gonna have to be the consequences. But you're not doing that today. You're not telling your daddy when and how you having sex. I appreciate you telling me, but that's not that part. You're going too far with me right now. You want some chicken or some fish?
Okay. So how do you feel? Because at this point, let's just give her an age of 16.
Mm-hmm.
You have established, especially as a black man, with your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She feels so protected and okay with you to say, "Dad, I'm having sex on Saturday at 3 o'clock." Do you think that there's going to be a part in your mind that's going to be nervous that relationship now is going to be greatly altered because if you think about it,
right,
prior to this moment,
she felt comfortable.
It's been comfortable and it's been a conversation.
Correct.
It's been like, I acknowledge that you may not be an adult, but you're still a person that has feelings and you're a sponge. You take in experiences. You have experiences, whatever. So up until that point, it's been dialogue. It's been understanding. Even if it had to be something where it's like, here's what the decision is, but I hear you and I appreciate you for telling me how you feel.
Right.
Up until that point, now this point is when you almost have to hit them with that because I said so. Because I'm the parent. They don't know how to digest that.
It won't be those words just because I heard those words growing up.
Yeah.
It will be that.
But it will still be. But
it will be that.
But what I'm saying is, how do they digest a response other than a conversation?
What you mean?
Because at the end of the day, like you said, you're going to be like, look, I hear you, but as your dad, you're not going to be telling me,
right,
me having sex. And I don't have to explain myself. Just, it is what it is.
Right. And I'm going to say, because I care about you, I will explain myself. Okay, I don't have to.
So,
but
you
I will.
Would
I'm going to articulate to you, I've been protecting your whole life. You're not 18 yet. That's the legal age. You can try to fend for yourself. But as your protector, I personally don't feel comfortable with your safety in the hands of another 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old boy and his penis right now. I just don't. I'm glad that you came to me, but as a person who is in charge of caring for your well-being, I don't think that that's a wise idea to leave your well-being in the hands of another 16-year-old or 17, 8, or however old.
So what if she counters with her knowledge of safe sex as far as she's actively on birth control,
right,
that they have had a conversation about parameters that they're going to take to be safe. She carries condoms. He has condoms.
I'm going to tell you that's very good. I'm proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not 18 and legally that would be the age you could start making those kind of adult decisions.
Right.
And that's the only thing I'm compromising on, the fact that I'm not, I'm trusting you at 18. But until then, I know that's, in your eyes, I can see how that's not fair. But for your father, I am still not comfortable. Even though you have gone through this list of things that you have done that shows that you are an adult about the situation, I am not comfortable with you telling me what you're going to do with your 16-year-old body right now.
Okay, what would you do if your wife disagreed?
Well, we'll have to have another meeting all together. We'll have another meeting. And if it depends on how our dynamics have worked in the past. If it's a voting system in the house and I'm outvoted, that's just life. Because I'm not gonna flex. I'm not gonna pull the I'm the daddy card. So it would depend on how we have resolved things. If I'm the final say so in the house, and that's how it's been. I'm quite sure there's nothing that they could articulate to me that's going to make me feel comfortable with still putting my daughter's sexual experience in her hands and the hands of another little young man at this time. So, and that would probably be the main thing is no matter how well prepared y'all are, no matter, if y'all recorded it or whatever, I don't care what you do. There's nothing that's going to have me feeling comfortable
with that. And that's fair. That is very fair. But I just, like I said before, it's complicated.
It is very complicated.
It's very complicated.
And part of me, I'll be honest, part of me that is manipulative, I will manipulate the situation in a way where I'll start even bringing up psychological aspects of you being young, how your brain is not developed enough to handle this situation. And I'll go get case studies. I'll go, even though it doesn't matter and it's not really relevant to me, I'll go to that extent to make you feel like I'm going through this to make you feel comfortable, but really I don't care. I don't want my daughter going through
what if the conversation opened up to, okay, if asking them to articulate why they feel like they're ready for sex, because that's a whole other conversation in itself, because what they may think sex is and what it represents and what the experience is,
right,
could be morphed into something that's like, that's a real actual source of what's going on, because
we can have that conversation.
I mean, because you got to think.
We can't have nothing else. Anything that involves your physical body, we can't talk about that. Your psychological mind, let's go.
Because you got to think, most people. Okay, like for instance, like at least I know with me. I think I thought like, sex your first time was gonna be like, Love and Basketball. That Maxwell was gonna be playing in the background, and you're gonna have on this pretty dress. That is not what's happening.
No, that's not what happened to me either.
So
it was a lady at Walmart.
I can't. But it's like, once again, like I said, I did not have that conversation on what sex looks like and how it can complicate and how it can enhance. I mean, let's just be real, enhance, complicate. I mean, it does it all. And at 16, you can't really decipher that. But it's like, if your child opens up that conversation, I don't know.
I'm with it, because I mean, I'm gonna still stick to my guns. I'll ride. We can jump on whatever roller coaster you need for you to feel like, okay, that makes sense. Because I mean, I can understand how just me saying I don't feel like you're responsible enough can make you feel like, oh, my dad doesn't, he thinks I'm a kid or he thinks I'm childish. That's cool. But, whatever I got to bring up, if it's a case study, if it's how your brain isn't fully developed enough for such an emotionally taxing experience, we can go wherever you want to go. But I'm going to finesse you into not feeling like, I'm going to try my best to try to finesse you into not feeling like, all right, this is the best time to do this. I'm going to at least try to get y'all to agree to wait till you're 18. I know 2 years is a long time, and you might switch dudes up. So, hey, that's fine, but at least wait till you're 18. And then I got that, I'm pulling, well, how long you wait, Daddy? Till I was 18.
Dude, you gonna lie?
I was 18.
Oh, you was 18? Okay. I just totally told him.
I mean,
I think I was 16, but turned 17.
But that's typically when everybody else I talk to. That's typically when you start.
Yo, I was late on my situation. Everybody else around me was like, "Girl, what? You still what?" Yeah, most deaf.
And you know what? The next video, if y'all leave a comment below, we might tell our stories. I'm gonna tell mine.
I'm not telling mine. I'll just comment.
Whether y'all comment or not, I'm gonna tell mine just because I want the views.
I cannot. That's messy. I ain't doing it.
But please leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.